today's class, I believe it will very inspire you because we will use this concept when we're plotting our cubic functions. So please pay attention. And I have 4 steps that I will show you. Today we will do long division. As we normally do, the first thing to do is to read out the question. We are required to divide this polynomial by this binomial. As you can see, the binomial is outside the track, but the polynomial, we wrote it inside the track. There are 4 crucial steps that you need to take. If you master those crucial steps, you are mastering long division. This is called long division. Let me show you those steps. Okay, when I was doing this, I was a bit drowsy, so I tried to do something that will keep me awake. I did it late yesterday to start to become creative and stuff. So this is my creativity when I'm drowsy. We have 4 steps to follow. The first 2 steps affect the outside of our track. Then the second 2 steps, they definitely affect the inside of our track. Let's get moving. We are starting our track now. Boom. We are starting by dividing. When I say divide by the first, I mean divide by a only. So you don't divide by -1, you only divide by a. So we divide by first. Step number 2, we are going to multiply by all. When I say multiply by all, I mean we will multiply by the whole outside of the track. So we'll multiply by that and multiply by that. The next one is to change the signs, to change the bottom sign. Actually, we apply this rule after we have multiplied. So we apply this rule, we change the bottom sign, and lastly we will have to drop. Okay, so therefore number 1 is to divide the first, number 2 it is to multiply by all, and the first 2 they only affect the outside of the track. Number 3 it is to subtract or to change the bottom signs. Lastly, it is to drop. It is to drop from the track. Let's move on. Let's start applying these 4 steps. We have to divide by a on this a cube. So a cube divided by a, the answer will be a squared. Then afterwards we say a times a squared, that will give us a cube. Then we say -1 times a squared, that will give us -a squared. Then we draw our line because we multiplied by all. The next thing, we have to change the bottom signs. So this will become negative, that will become positive. Afterwards, we can start adding. Then this will give you 0, will give you nothing. It means -4a squared plus a squared, so that will give us -3a squared. Now you might be wondering, where does this 4a comes from? Our 4th step. What did we do? We dropped it. We go back to step number 1. We divide by a. So divide by a here and obtain -3a. Then multiply on this one only. So let's multiply by a here. We get -a cube. Let's multiply by -1 here. We get +3a. Right. Let us change our bottom sign. This will change and become a positive this time. It will change and become a negative because we are on step number 3. After this one, we said -3a squared plus 3a squared. We got 0. Then we said positive 4a plus negative 3a. Then we got a. Now you might be wondering, where does this negative 1 come from? So now we're applying step 4 for that one. So step 4 says that we drop it as it is. There. Finally, we repeat the same thing as long as we see that there is something to do with a. We repeat these steps again. So we are starting from the first one. We divide by the first. Dividing by the first, we get positive 1. What else? We multiply by all to that positive 1. Let's do it. That is it. Then, because 1 will change nothing, so that is why we keep it as it is, we drop it there. Because 1 does not change anything. Now we are done with the first 2. Then let's go to the last 2, because they affect the inside. The first one is to change the bottom signs. So this one will be negative, that one will be positive, as you can see. Then we can add. Positive a minus a is 0. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So we put those dots to denote that there is no remainder. We cannot divide because we are left with 0. We can't divide 0. If we divide 0, we get 0. So in other words, what we are trying to do when we divide, we are trying to get the factors of this expression. Therefore, our factors is this one and that one, because we have no remainder. If we had a remainder, what would that mean? It will mean that this binomial is not a factor of this polynomial. So let's write our answer. This is our answer. So our answer is a minus 1 binomial times a squared minus 3a plus 1 as the factors of that one. Why we say it is a factor? Because there is no remainder. Thank you very much for taking time to watch this video. I hope it is indeed a lesson to you. Enjoy.